Hello guys, this is Kazrahim bringing you another video after my short break. Basically this is going to be the first part of the trip to Poland, in Poland basically. In ETS, in my man truck. I wanted to make this video to tell you guys what's basically happening, what's going on, why I'm not doing any YouTube content for the last... for some time now. It's basically been 2 weeks at least. I think even 3 weeks since the last video, which was the P47. But basically what happened, as I told you in the last video, I moved to a new apartment. It wasn't the apartment that I was talking about at the moment. Basically I found and rent an apartment in the same, not in the same place, but very close by to the apartment I was looking at. It was basically an apartment that my family was supposed to, you know, provide, but it turned out that when everything was set up and we were supposed to move and everything was, you know, finished, it turned out that they rented the apartment while I was waiting for the cash to come in so I can, you know, pay them the money that I have to pay in front. It's called kaucja in Polish, but I don't know actually how it's called in English. It's like a payment beforehand in the case that you break something, then they have money to basically do something. You can see here we started in Debrecen and we are going to Poznan. It's a trip that we started last time, and basically I'm showing you what my route is. As I said in the last video, I'm doing videos a little bit differently now. I'm recording the gameplay beforehand. Actually, this gameplay was recorded on 11/05/2014, so it's basically above a month ago. A month and 8 days passed since I recorded this gameplay for me to actually make a video out of it, so you can see what kind of delay that I had. But right now I'm in the position that I can start doing a tiny bit of YouTube content, you know, nothing too fancy, nothing much, because basically what is happening right now, we moved with my girlfriend, we moved to the new apartment, we set up everything, but I'm working for so much hours every day that I'm basically unable to do YouTube content or stream at all, because 90% of the time my work days are, I work for like from 10 to 12 hours every single day, so yeah, that really takes a burden and a huge chunk of my time. When I come back to home, you know, I want to take a shower, I want to eat something, and that's basically it. That's already almost 9-10 p.m. and I have to go to sleep to get up at 6 p.m. to go to work, so that's how life is looking right now. That's why I'm not doing YouTube content. This is the first day that I have, the first day off that I have in the last 2.5 months. I'm working for 6 days a week, with the exception that on Saturdays I work only for about 8 hours. But even though, you know, I have less work, I still have capoeira classes, so I come back from work, pick up my clothes for capoeira, and I go to train. So yeah, and I come back at 8-9 p.m. So again, no time at all. So I'm guessing a lot of you are wondering what I'm actually doing in my work, because as most of you met me, I wasn't working at all. So what I'm working as right now, as I said, I'm something of a kind of a sales manager, but right now, because the department isn't big enough, it's basically 3 people. There's no need for, you know, a pure breed manager that just sits there and analyzes the market and does everything that, you know, other people shouldn't be doing, because most of our sales guys, they are sales and delivery department. So basically what we do is, like, we have 2 people, including myself, that we... In Poland there's something of a kind of a Polish eBay, it's called Allegro. So basically I get a mail from Allegro that somebody bought something from us, I find it, I pack it, I do all the papers for it, and I send it. You know, I prepare it for the courier to take it for the delivery service. Plus to that, I answer all the calls, I answer all the emails, I do a lot of background stuff with, you know, thinking about what we can do on promotion, what we can't, and stuff like that. That's the basic part of my work, and that's the end part of my work, basically. Something that I do every single day, and what I will be doing, because in 2 or 3 months we'll be moving to the new building, and basically I will be taking 2 new people in and learning them to do the things that I do right now, so I can, you know, give them the whole process of talking to the client while I spend my time on doing the papers that I require, like, you know, all the factorings and everything like that. And plus, I'm gonna be like checking the market on how something is selling, how it's not selling, why we aren't selling something. Did someone cut us in the price? Also looking for bigger clients, like not little clients, detailed clients as you call them, but, you know, clients that really can afford something much bigger. Like, I don't know, normally you have someone who will buy a hard drive, for example, and I will be looking for people who want to buy 30 to 100 hard drives at a time. So, you know, we have that kind of market going on for us, which is very important in retail. So yeah, that's what my job most of the time looks like, but also 90,000 other topics, plus construction building. I'm back to building. I'm finishing off the new building of the company. I'm doing, you know, I'm painting the walls, doing making the walls, painting the walls, making everything basically, you know, doors, locks, everything. I'm doing the bulk of the work inside of the building, while a company is making our storage facility that's right beside the building. We hope to finish in 2 months' time with everything, so we can, you know, we can move, because in Poland now that was a very nasty breaking. Come on, move. New AI, improved. Basically, yeah, I have a lot of work there to do, but at the same time I have to be on the sales department, I have to be there, and, you know, it's 2 things that I have to do while being in one place at a time. So it's really hard, and that's mostly the reason why I'm also staying in work so late, because if it would be like me and my co-worker would be sitting in the sales department all the time, we would be easily able to finish our work at 5 p.m. So 1 hour after the normal 8-hour shift. So I would work for 8 hours right now, because that's the amount of work that we have with people and everything, and, you know, trying to possess new clients and stuff like that. It's about, you know, 9 hours each day, because for 8 hours you have to be on the phone, and the last hour is just, you know, finishing up, plus the delivery service can come half an hour after your closing time, per se. Yeah, but I'm really waiting for the moment where we will be moving, because, as I said, one big part of my work will cut out, and the part that I don't like, and I can finally focus on doing the things that are more important for our income than building a building, right? It's something that construction firms should be doing, you know, builders, normal construction guys should be doing, but we try to neglect the costs, to decrease the costs, because, you know, I know a lot about building houses and everything, so I can do a lot in our company, but at the same time I should be doing something else, right? But it's just, you know, the income outcome, the company that we are working with, they started increasing the prices all the time. They started, you know, making more and more pricey things. We say to them like, can you mount this door? Can you install it? And they are like, yeah, sure, for 5 times the normal price. And we are like, what? No. And they are thinking like they are smart, you know. That when it was winter, when there was no work in the construction building, because in Poland it's like it's seasonal. It's a seasonal job because basically when it's hot, when it's sunny and sunny. When it's hot, basically all of the construction building companies and firms, you know, blossom. They have 5 or 6 different contracts. They start to work on several contracts at the same time. They aren't afraid to lose the job. They aren't afraid that they will lose the money because they have several jobs backing them up. The whole story changes when winter comes, and autumn in fact, where most people don't start renovating, don't start building and everything in winter, so the prices go down because there's no demand, so you know there's no supply, and the construction firms struggle to pay the allowance of the workers. So when it was in the same situation this company was when we started building, when this company started building. Basically, basically when it was winter, they started building with cheap prices, and they took everything that we gave them without, you know, any trying to even negotiate the prices or anything. But now, since they have 3 other jobs, they started, you know, being picky because they know they can allow themselves to be picky, which is, you know, from one standpoint of view, yeah, of course you have to look at your investments and, you know, the money that you get from a certain job, but also at the same time we will be working with them for a longer period of time if they so present themselves to us that we can see that, you know, we can depend on that company. We will be contracting with them with the intention of starting a new branch of our company, which will be building houses. We will see. We will see if we will be working with them specifically, because yeah, there's a lot of things that I personally don't like about them, because, you know, I'm into construction building and I know how to do stuff, and I see how they do stuff, and let's say that I wouldn't acquire them specifically to build my house. So yeah, that's in terms of how my job is doing. The payment is okay. It's nothing great or significant. It just allows me to pay the taxes, pay my bills, and live with my girlfriend in my own apartment, which is nice. What else? As far as gaming goes and being on streams and stuff like that, as I said, I don't have the time. Gaming is something that I do very infrequently. Most of the time I just, you know, restrict myself to playing like half an hour in the morning, cause when I come back in the afternoon I prefer to spend the time with my girlfriend. And in the morning she's just sleeping cause she wakes up like 3 hours later. So yeah, I don't play anything at all right now, cause yeah, I don't have the time. I spend the occasional hour in War Thunder or World of Tanks. Yeah, I'm back to World of Tanks. Well, not back. I'm playing a game or two in World of Tanks, just for the, you know, sake of it, of playing. Because I'm watching a lot of YouTube content concerning World of Tanks, so, you know, it gets my feelings out for the game. But then I play 3 or 4 games and I think to myself, no, I don't want to play this for half an hour because it's completely unuseful. And also, like, I have a little bit of, you know, a feeling of regret that I was given 90 days of premium and I only used about 40 days. The 30 days when I was still playing on my old connection, and right now on this new connection I played a few days. I have about 6 days left of premium time, and after that I'm thinking that I will be going full out War Thunder. Maybe with the occasional game in World of Tanks, we'll see. As War Thunder goes, because I'm certain that some of you want to ask the question of what I think of War Thunder's tanks. I myself am still at rank, you know, nil, rank 1, so I'm not far into the trees because I don't have the time to spend on it. I would want to spend more time on it, but my initial impressions of War Thunder tanks is that it's very good with a high emphasis on skill and actually knowing where to shoot, because I find myself very irritated with the fact that I shoot a lot. Like I shoot with the stock 3, which has a 75mm short howitzer cannon, and it goes into the target but doesn't you know, do significant damage, or it just plain out doesn't damage anything at all and passes through the tank. It seems that would be the obvious answer, that it just passes through the tank, but it's not true, because you know, if you're shooting a shell that has 48mm of penetration and it flies for 400 or 500 meters and it's still able to penetrate, it won't go through the tank. The Stuk has APCR ammo, not APCR, it has actually high explosive anti-tank ammo, which has 81mm of penetration in the end. But that's a completely different story, and now I actually learned how to when to switch from normal AP ammo to the premium to the more, you know, I actually don't remember the word, not significant, the more situational kinds of ammo like APCR or heat or HESH ammo, because yeah, there's Jingo's actually made a video about it, so if you guys are interested you can always check that out. He made a video why most of the time you are shooting something and you are not damaging it, and it's basically that your shell has so much penetration that it just passes through the tank instead of staying in it and ricocheting inside, doing as much damage as possible. Yeah, and I found out that the Germans are really underpowered and World of Tanks, that World of War Thunder, because the tanks are actually, the German tanks are actually underpowered in, you know, the hindsight of how Russians tend to be. Like, I'm playing on rank 1 and I feel that there's nothing I can do against a T-50. 90% of the time I see a T-50, I'm certain I will be dead before he will be dead, because he will bounce 90% of the shots. And I tried shooting every single piece of armor that thing has, and I bounced, which is highly annoying. So yeah, the War Thunder's tanks is good. It's not bad. I played arcade. I played realistic, and I prefer realistic, to be honest. But it's highly situational. Sorry for the long pauses, I'm just yawning because speaking for 15 minutes straight without pause really expands your air supply, to say so. So yeah, War Thunder is going good. The tanks are nice, but I don't have the time to actually spend to reach rank 2, rank 3, rank 4 and actually learn something about the higher end of the game. I'm looking forward to getting my Tiger, to getting my Jagd Panther and Tiger 2, also the Panther. As for the Russians, I didn't even start grinding them out because yeah, I like being underpowered. I like being in the worst possible case scenario, so I'm playing the Germans, which seem to be the maps that are correctly in War Thunder just don't play in the favor of the Germans. They are not very big and they allow easy flanking maneuvers for fast firing Russian tanks. So yeah, that's about what I think of War Thunder. World of Tanks, I saw there's a lot of patches going out. I don't know actually what is in those patches. I have no idea what's happening in World of Tanks. I'm not watching any reviews or stuff like that. I'm only watching pure gameplay, good games from players when I see them. And you know, I'm just I really don't like the fact I paused. I don't even know why for. I should have cut this out. But I really am sad about the fact that 90% of the time, well not 90, 80% of the time when you are playing something above tier 8, tier 8, 9, 10, without 10s, because I don't play 10s at all, you are getting into tier 10 games, and by that I mean half of the team is tier 10 and you're like a tier 8 stock, of course, and you're fighting against tier 10s, and 90% of the time when you get that matchmaking, there's at least, at the very least, one or two Waffenträgers or a V103s, which, to be frank and honest, in my honest opinion, those two tanks should be removed from the game along with the Foch, because auto-loading tank destroyers which are fucking faster than a E75 are not fun at all. Yes, they are fun for the people who are playing them, they are not fun for anyone else. So I don't know what Wargaming is thinking about that. While they introduce those tanks, they just hoard gold basically, because yeah, you will want to have a tank like that, but it doesn't actually help the gameplay. They try to balance it out, but how the fuck are you going to balance out a tank that has perfect armor on the hull? Of course it has shit armor on the turret, great for it, but it can shoot 6 times doing 300 average damage in about 3 seconds or 4-5 seconds. So it's capable of doing 3,300 damage, which is enough to kill a fucking mouse. Yeah, that ain't fun. It's not 300, it's 500 average damage, I think, or something like that. It's the Jagdtiger's gun. It's so imbalanced, it's so stupid, having great accuracy, great aiming time, great reload speed, above average penetration, and good average damage. It's just fucking silly. When they made autoloaders, the first autoloaders in the American tank tree, like the T69, the E1, those tanks sacrifice penetration, sacrifice average damage most of the time. They sacrifice performance of the tank to have an autoloader. The Waffenträger doesn't sacrifice shit. It has shit turret armor, and that's about it. If we think about it, 90% of the tanks have shit turret armor, and yeah, they don't have an autoloader. Please, I want an autoloader on my E5, like the T57. And it still has shit turret armor. So yeah, World of Tanks is annoying me highly, but I'm seeing that this video is going to a close really soonish. So let's just sum up. So basically I will be trying to do more content, but I'm thinking that one video a week will be the maximum I will be able to do, because basically Sunday will be the day that I have enough time to do something. Yeah, I'm already looking through the map. So that's what I'm going to do. We started in Debrecen, went through Kurice or something like that, and we are going to Łódź and to Poznan. But I have to tank, so like I'm showing here, I have to find a tanking station and actually refuel. I'm considering going the other route through to Wrocław, because that's a route that I didn't take, so something new. But that's about it, guys. This is the whole video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you had a good time, and I'll see you guys next time.